All right. So, for topic 2, this week there was like rumors. Well, I guess I should go. There's definitely confirmed Xbox is going to work with PC to do crossplay, but there's also Microsoft was saying that they're willing to work with PlayStation. So we're just going to talk a little bit about if we think that's going to happen.
How did this news happen though? Was it the Major Nelson thing or like a Phil
Phil
Spencer
Phil
tweet?
Spencer, I believe, was like, we're gonna do crossplay with Xbox and PC, like that's a definite. And then at like the very end of the article, it was like also willing to work with other consoles. And I don't know if that was like because they're still trying to get back into like good favor with like
Good faith
good faith. Isn't good favor a thing too?
or goodwill?
Whatever. One of those. They're trying to
Any
get
of
like
those works.
they're trying to get back on the good side of everyone that was like, oh, we're gonna make so the console has to be online only and all this shit they said at E3. So I feel like this might have just been like we did backwards compatibility because everybody wants that and everybody else wants Xbox and PlayStation to work together. So if we seem like
One seems like a leap though. Like I don't know how you tie the two. Like yes, we got backwards compatibility, which I guess was technically an impossibility, but then like while we're at it, why don't you two just fucking work together? Like it seems like too much of a leap.
I was saying like I think it was just the thing they were saying just to seem like
Like, sorry, we fucked up.
yeah,
Here,
sorry we fucked
maybe
up.
this
We're
will make it
willing to
better.
work with PlayStation, but now PlayStation thinks that Xbox.
So you basically think that they're appealing to their Xbox user bases or their Xbox user base from like the 360 that transferred over the PS4 because of that initial E3 shit.
Yeah, I think it's them being like they're trying to seem like the good guy and trying to make PlayStation seem like the bad guy because PlayStation's come out and be like,
Right, because now technically the ball's in Sony's court.
yeah, now Sony either
And
has to
if
be
they
like,
don't do anything with it, they might. I don't
Look
think
like
they'll
douchebags.
ruin their reputation or their sales or anything, but
yeah, but if they're like, no, we're not going to do that, then it's like, well, if Microsoft's willing to work with you, why aren't you willing to work with PlayStation? Which
right. But then PlayStation can just be like, we're currently working on backwards compatibility and whatever the other problems like the name changes or
Yeah.
whatever.
it just,
And then PlayStation people will be like, all right,
I read another article.
I don't need to play Halo.
I read another article this week that was like the policies and shit like that might be the thing that keeps it from not happening. And I saw people comment and be like, change the fucking policies? What is the hard part of this? Like that would
Oh,
change.
legal stuff.
How do you
Like
got
stupid things.
for
Plus
once?
the Bucks gotta stop somewhere.
It's like certain word choices screw everything up when they try to do stuff.
I guess
It's like the same thing in like
legalese.
businesses. Yeah, it's like when I worked for that research place at
I hate
school.
I hate reading
We had
fucking legal.
there's so much random legal stuff that screws you over. Like it's unbelievable.
do you guys think that we'll ever be able to play our Xboxes with PlayStation?
Yeah, I
At
mean,
some
I think
point.
once the PC thing happens and they see like good initial outcomes from it, then Sony's gonna be like, yeah, well, why the fuck won't we do this?
Well, Sony's already been working with like Rocket League to. They already can play with the PC players on Xbox or PlayStation 4, I believe. I'm like 99% sure.
Because with Microsoft, isn't PC technically still Microsoft?
Yeah, so I don't know why they haven't worked
So like
together.
I don't know why that's like a thing.
Been taking
It's
so
pretty
long.
much owned by the same people.
It's gonna be cool.
It's not as impressive. I mean, I guess porting it over to a
See, I still
well,
think. It was,
crossplay is the main selling point. I think we're kind of getting away from that. I don't know.
what do you mean?
Just the ability to be able to like play here and then like load it up on something else and be able to continue on another device. I think that's
Is
the
that
main
how
thing.
it's?
But
Is that what it was?
Right?
I thought it was just like online we'd be able to crossplay.
Oh no, it's
I didn't know you could like jump from system to system.
no. I don't
with
think
your
that's what
data.
it is. I think it's like
or you mean like I'm playing on my Xbox, but
Yeah,
I'm
like, so I'm
currently in a
playing
game
COD
with
on-
somebody on PC.
yeah,
Yeah, like I'm playing Call of Duty on my Xbox. You're on the PC. This guy's on PS4.
they're doing that
but
for
we're all
Rocket
on the
League.
same server.
This spring, we're gonna be able to play Rocket League with people on PC on our Xboxes.
Which is cool.
That's
It is
cool.
pretty cool because
But I also think it's going to take way like a few more steps before Sony and Microsoft are willing to
it seems so
like
easy.
if the Rocket okay, but they're not going to do it. It's competition.
Oh no, I agree with you. I'm just saying it seems so easy.
But if the
not to.
Rocket thing goes over well and sales continue to thrive on that and both PC and Xbox make money or whatever, that would help. Also, if like Nintendo decides to,
Justin,
that
don't
whole
bring up
thing.
Nintendo. We don't know anything about Nintendo.
it's
Justin.
better than pretending Nintendo doesn't exist, which is pretty much what I do because I can't play the games.
All right, so I got a question.
Okay.
So do you think with the backwards compatibility between PC and Xbox that'll boost sales in Xbox? in any way? Like people buying consoles? Because like, what if you have a game,
I think
or
it'll
you,
up
you
the
you play with a
PCs.
set group of people who play on the PC,
Hmm.
and say you're someone who likes console, and you could never play with them before, but now you can. You're like, oh, I like console better. I go out, I buy a console just so I can play this with them, and still play like something I'm more comfortable with. You think that'll happen?
I don't think it'll increase console sales. It's going to increase Rocket League sales
Game?
are going to go up easily.
Why?
If you first off on
So what
PC,
is so what is all right? So what my question is what is going to cause me or you to go out and buy Rocket League just because you can play with people on the PC now?
I think it's the
Because
other
we
way
already
around.
own Rocket League.
I think people
I'm
on
just kidding.
PC will be like, because I don't know how active the PC user base is. I'm assuming it's pretty active because Rocket League's like one of the most played games.
Right.
But there's probably people that have a PC and like Larry, he doesn't fucking play games with us. But
Right.
I told him about the Rocket League thing. He's like, maybe I'll buy it on my PC because it'll be cheaper rather than buying it on my Xbox and I can play
Yeah,
it
but
on
like,
there.
he also has a custom built PC, doesn't he?
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people probably have these, but
I think it's
so
gonna be
you
like
think you think the option that say there's not a lot of competitive players on Rocket League for the PC, that it'll boost more sales because now people have a much wider like play like
User base?
much like range of people to play with. Like you're not
Mhm.
just playing with like the same like I don't know 100,000 people. Now you have millions and millions of people. Like you can get different games, different level of players, all that stuff.
I don't know.
I think I think it'll drive sales towards both, honestly. But then I think the decision between a PC and a console or an Xbox is going to be come down to financial situation because an Xbox is what $300.
Yeah, a
But
good
then
PC.
if you're going to
But a
play
good
a
PC
gaming
is really
PC, you're going to
expensive
have to
too.
custom build it, and it's going to be like 1,200 to right around
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,200.
well,
it can
you
be
can get
ex-
you
it
can
can
get a
get
If you're
good
up
doing
one
it
for
right.
like 6 or something like that, like a decent one that can play all these games.
But if you
It
want
won't
like
be
a
the
high
best, but-
end,
Right, and you just have to hope the graphics card doesn't shit the bed. Yeah.
yeah.
there's also
Because
Well,
once
rumors.
that
that's what I'm
happens, it's
questioning.
fucked.
Is that do you see people switching from platforms
I don't think
or consoles?
Not a high enough number to really matter,
But
not that it'll
probably.
matter. Yeah.
well, that was my thing. Is that if they do this and then say it screws them over somehow, like a lot of people drop from the Xbox and now they're just gonna play PC.
I,
I don't think everything's
So
going to
do
be
you think it'll
cross-play,
hurt
though.
Microsoft and it'll help out the game developing companies?
it won't hurt Microsoft because they own computers basically, but it will
Right,
maybe
okay.
it'll hurt their Xbox sales because everyone has a PC. You're supposed to just like that's a general assumption. You're just
Yeah, but not
you
everyone
just
has a
make-
gaming PC, which is why a lot of people.
I don't think you
know,
need a
play
gaming PC to play
consoles.
like Rocket League or stuff like that. But if you're gonna play like Call of Duty or stuff
Well,
like
that's what
that,
I mean. Is it? See, we're just saying Rocket League. It's just a
because
generic
Rocket
thing.
League's like the first one to
right,
go do it.
but once you get to Call of Duty and all these other type of games, that's where I'm wondering if these changes are going to happen, like at a bigger level.
I see it more as like a PR stunt than anything else. To just be like, because if we could play with people on PlayStation, there wouldn't be like a competition anymore between. Well, obviously there'd be some
Well,
competition.
if you could play like Call of Duty and it like you join the search game and it's Xbox players on one side, PS4 on the other for teams,
They wouldn't
that
do
would
that.
That
would
wouldn't happen,
boost
but-
competition
That's
levels.
not how the
100%.
matchmaking would work.
that would not.
I
Yeah, that
know,
would-
but I'm just saying if that's what it was.
it would just be cool because it wouldn't be so much like hatred in gaming, and you could play with your friends no matter what console.
Yes. Okay, so I get what you're saying.
Like
Right, but that doesn't appeal to the
Everybody else.
Microsoft and Sony.
I mean, if they could
It's
make
still gonna, but then again, not every game is going to be able to be cross-play.
not
So you're still going to have your you're still going to have your
your
Uncharted.
Halos.
Halo, they
God
they
of
wouldn't be
War,
able to
stuff
do that
like
because
that.
it's still an exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were saying
So
you
you-
named Uncharted, so I was
So the
naming others.
exclusives would still maybe it would actually, if they do this, it would increase fucking playability on both consoles. It wouldn't divide the user base, fan base, whatever.
It would just be cool.
And
like,
then it would also increase. Where was I going with this?
I don't.
I forget.
I don't know. I would just like it because if we could play Call of Duty on my PS4, I'd rather play it on a PS. No, that's not true. Because PS4,
How would you rather play it on PS4?
PS4 looks better generally, not by
Slightly better.
Yeah, slightly better. The control. I still think the controller on an Xbox is 100 times better than a PlayStation controller. But people have been saying the PS4 controller is good now, but I completely.
It is really cool because it has that motion thing in the front, kind of.
I-
But It's still the button layout for me. Every time I pick up a PlayStation controller now, it feels alien almost.
I just don't like it because it doesn't feel right when you're playing the shooter. Because when you
Are
play
the
it,
are the are the joysticks still on the same level?
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't
they
really like
could
that.
be raised up. I don't know exactly like the layout of it or anything like that. I'm just hoping that it happens because I have people that play like our friend Josh that we used to play with has Rocket
Just
League.
plays PC.
Yeah, and he has Rocket League on PC. He has Gears the Ultimate Edition on PC, and he's like, "Can we play together?" And this is like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, "No." He's like, "God fucking damn it! Why can't Microsoft things work together and play with each other?" I'm like, "It seems like that's a good idea, but I don't know why exactly it isn't." It would just be cool to be able to do that, even though I doubt we'll be able. Obviously, the PC will be able
At
to
some
do.
point. At
You,
some point. But it's definitely got to be the Microsoft to PC first, and then Sony to PC.
Sony already does with PC for some games. Not
Okay, well, I'm just saying they're gonna make that bridge before
Yeah.
they make the
A bridge with PC for both
perpendicular
systems.
bridge.
I see. I wonder if they're worried about doing it with each other, just because then people don't have to buy both consoles. That probably definitely has to do with it. Actually,
Because honestly, no one wants to own multiple consoles.
I have a PlayStation. It just sits there. it's,
It's a pain in the ass buying them.
it's my.
Well, that's also you think you're an
Switching
Xbox
between them, you gotta get
exclusively,
games.
and then you
No,
only have the
I would buy
PlayStation for the
PS4.
exclusives, and then like after that would be Nintendo.
hmm
Yeah.
Even though they probably have the better exclusives, yet their consoles are
bad. Oh, guess
Horrible.
guess
not
I
bad,
shouldn't-
but they're third place, which no one has that kind of money to shell out $600 for fucking just consoles.
No, I totally agree. I mean,
Or they do,
they
but
do,
they're not
but
gonna be
it's
fucking
it's a stupid investment that you shouldn't do. I don't know. I just hope it really does happen, even though I have high.
I don't know.
high
Think
doubts.
times are changing, as the song says, and that they used in Watchmen. But I don't know. Like was Sony getting to use Spider-Man or MCU getting Spider-Man? They're sharing them. I don't know. People seem to like companies seem to be getting along. I mean, maybe not direct competitors. It's not like the fucking Red Sox and the Yankees are gonna like start scrimmaging for funsies every day.
But I mean, you could consider the Red Sox like that comparison. You could consider that to Sony and Microsoft because it obviously isn't as long of a history as Yankees and Red Sox, but they probably hate each other just as much. Because remember at
Right.
E3 when Xbox was like, you can't play your friends' games, and then Sony came out like, we fucking can. And they
Yeah,
made the,
they-
like stupid commercial. Well, I guess it was a funny commercial, but it was still
But
weird.
I don't
to
know
do.
if enough fans fucking want it. At some point, they're gonna have to listen.
I think it's also
But it's gonna have to be a huge number of people, which means, oh, that was my point that maybe the thing's gonna increase IPs and stuff.
maybe.
Because honestly, like, I want to play Uncharted and stuff, but I don't know if PlayStation people want to play Halo.
You have to imagine.
You have to imagine that everyone wants to try.
But then,
a certain
like,
exclusive.
you get, like, I don't know if you took a poll, I could see like 7 out of 10 being like, it's just a first-person shooter. I have other first-person shooters.
See, I could see now being like that, but when it was like Halo 2, Halo 3, I feel like PlayStation people were probably like, why the fuck can't
But
I play Halo?
currently Halo's not at the level
Yeah.
of being a Halo 2.
Not anymore.
Because that was at like the dawn of being able to play online with your friends
Mhm.
and LAN parties and all that shit.
It's true.
Now it's, I don't know. Like even I'm fucking tired of Halo.
Oh, yeah, we
you
don't
know?
play Halo anymore whatsoever. Even though me and Eli tried playing Halo with Zach, and it just did not happen. I know playing with Zach's not the best, but
Yeah, that's probably the
it was still Halo. I didn't stop playing because I was playing with Zach. Let me just put it that way.
right.
I
And if
stopped playing because
343
Halo
if
got boring
343
pretty quick.
barely handles the fucking launches now,
Oh.
they wouldn't be able to do it with fucking Sony on there too. But
It's-
I don't
it's
know.
also kind of
we're
a-
not really selling our dreams now. But
I don't think it's gonna happen. I want it to happen, but I don't think not.
It's
I don't think in the
ways
next
out, yeah.
10 years. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think
Yeah,
it would
probably.
be pretty cool. I don't see it happening between Sony and Microsoft.
unless
Not
Nintendo's the
anytime soon.
catalyst. I see if Nintendo is being the catalyst, that would be fucking awesome.
I mean, that would be really cool.
Nintendo
Like
doesn't
if they put their games on
Xbox.
it, like on like iOS, which then would go to like Microsoft slash PS4 or Microsoft and Sony,
hmm
and then the second it's on that, like then Microsoft and Sony would be like, maybe we can lease out our exclusives.
So do you
And
think
then
the computer?
and then
Oh,
Microsoft
sorry.
will be like, "Hey guys, we should probably make more exclusives."
I mean, they're making exclusives. They're just not.
Yeah, Quantum Break's gonna be a good one.
And we got Titanfall. Don't forget Titanfall.
But then
That's
again,
it.
Alan Wake was a good one, and then we had Titanfall.
I was being.
I don't know what I don't. Titanfall was good.
It was
It
good,
was
but
sound.
it's not Call of Duty, and
Dwayne.
that's always going to be its problem. What?
If Titanfall
remember-
had a single player, it would have been fine.
Maybe.
Do you remember when we were talking about getting Daisy and H1Z1
Mm-hmm.
for the computer?
Yep.
Do you think those games will be more readily available on the Xbox if this crossover stuff happens? Because Daisy and they're both coming to the Xbox soon, aren't they?
DayZ is.
Is
I
on
think
it or coming?
H1Z1 is. I think H1Z1's doing a weird thing where they're splitting up the game. They're making a regular H1Z1 game and then a battle royal game, and I don't understand what the fuck they're doing other than
So their battle royale is huge.
yeah, and the
where he would
regular
just go in there to fuck,
H1Z1
and the other
people don't
one's just
play.
like a survival.
Yeah, but I don't know why you wouldn't just keep them together other than to piss people off.
It might be something to do with like servers or something.
What was I gonna? I still think back to the crossplay thing. I think it was a huge. Like you look at the thing where they're like, "Well, we're willing to work at Sony," and then that's just such a dickhead move to just throw it into Sony's court and be like, "You get to be the bad guy now. I'm not being the bad
But they
guy."
didn't exclusively say Sony though.
They didn't, but
Yeah, that's what you're applying.
you
There's
got to.
there's
Yeah,
no other huge
I guess.
console company.
I guess you could include Nintendo, but when you say that, you just got to be like PlayStation because no one gives a fuck about Nintendo really.
Careful with that.
Oh, sorry. I love Nintendo.
I don't want to read another book and have to reply to it.
I take back my remarks. I love Nintendo. Everything.
We all love Nintendo. They just should share their shit, and they would still make bank.
It's so funny. I hope we don't get another book for a comment. That was bad. I see what he was going for, but that was kind of bad.
Right.
All right.
I was like, were we that mean? Didn't know.
Nope, I don't think so. We're just stating our opinions, and I guess we're not allowed to do that, even though that's
And across the board, we were like, they have the greatest IPs ever. We just want to be able to play them.
Yep, that's exactly what we said.
Because we don't want the consoles.
I want the console, but it's not a good console.
Well, it's a third place fucking console.
If they had a console without gimmicks, I would fucking love it.
But that was the thing that set
Sorry,
them off. Was
not
the word
gimmicks. I didn't say gimmicks. If they weren't
I think
different.
we should just drop this before we get another 3 pages, maybe 4.
Gimmicks.
And that topic.
In
Basketball?
conclusion, gimmicks.
In conclusion, we love gimmicks.
Gimmicks equals Nintendo.
I love Pokemon, so I guess
Okay,
I love
we're
Nintendo too.
We're going to our next topic.